Hi there, you with the monkey in your chart. Quick check, how was your year breaker in 2022? I hope the changes that you made had given you satisfactory growth, because come 2023, it's time to take things to the next level. But first, we celebrate the good news. No more year breaker, yay! Now, even though there's not a whole load of money stars in the monkey for 2023, it's still one of my favorites because I love it when all the stars are imminently usable. But before I get any further, welcome back as we continue the 2023 Chinese Zodiac series. In case we've yet to meet, thank you for watching. My name is Pauline Cheng. I'm a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner, business and career coach, and I use Chinese metaphysics to empower, not to disempower. So, I'm going to present the monkey a little differently from the rest. Are you okay with that? Who's up for a story? Okay. So you know the story of Sun Wukong, the monkey god, right? So since this is a monkey brunch, I'm going to hang this narrative around my favorite Chinese classic, The Journey to the West, aka the monkey god. So I have a thing for Sun Wukong in case you haven't noticed. So your job is to imagine you're Sun Wukong, okay? So Sun Wukong went through a year breaker in 2022, probably broke out of the mountain where he was imprisoned for thousands of years. In your case, maybe you broke out of a plateau, so yay, finally free. And then he meets up with the monk who needs to journey to the west. And look, there's even a heavenly horse to represent their white dragon horse. So they're leaving their hometown, heavenly horse, okay? Going on a journey. So they got some money together. This is the lesser consumer for traveling expenses. I'm sure the journey was pretty tough. Along the way, he met bandits, which is the robbery Shah, and unfavorable weather, other types of obstacles. This is the death charm. They also faced some relationship issues caused by the red chamber. The red chamber signifies problems caused by fleeting romance or fleeting relationships. So it's probably more likely to be caused by the hamsap jubakai, okay? So, but our wily monkey god had the earth relief and monthly virtue to help him solve those problems, provided, of course, he took action. And with every problem he solved, the team got one step closer to their final destination, which was actually Tibet, by the way, where they successfully got the sacred sutras and became national treasures. What's all this positioning for? 2024 promotion stars available. Okay, so that's a nice story, but how would this pan out in a real life situation? How can we use these stars to grow our careers or business? Okay, let's go with career development first. A year breaker in 2022 may mean that your job scope has changed in some ways. For some people, it may mean changing your job. For some, change in job scope. For some, a promotion. For others who may want to slow down, could be a reduction in responsibilities. It all depends on your objectives and goals at that particular time. If you work for a large multinational, the heavenly horse may signify opportunity to work with other divisions or colleagues from other countries. Or if you work in a smaller organization, it could mean that you now have the opportunity to take on some responsibilities that are new and unfamiliar to you. Perhaps those new responsibilities, because this is the heavenly horse, right? It could involve more travel or more contact with a different group of people. Example, perhaps you're an engineer. In 2022, maybe you transited to become a sales engineer. So now you have two portfolios. You need to sell, you need to deliver. This new sales role may require to travel more, attend more meetings, meet new people. So now this becomes an opportunity for career growth. Okay? Now that you've created the chance to be exposed to a different group of customers, here comes the time to use the two problem-solving stars to identify opportunities in the market. What are the problems they face? How can you and your organization, with the earth relief and monthly virtue, solve it? These two stars can also be good for research because, well, when we research, what are we looking for? We're looking for problems to solve. So now that you've taken on a new role, perhaps some investment in your personal presentation, how we dress, how we look, is required. Hence, the lesser consumer, because this is a new pivot. Keeping your plans fluid for the death charm may be required. Also, with the death charm, make time for your family. Don't get so busy working that you neglect your family's well-being, right? Now, the red chamber is a star of likability. It's short-term in nature, but that's fine. What you could do is perhaps open up several days in your calendar every month and use that time specifically to do demos or explain your services to potential customers. Okay, what about the robbery Shah? In this instance, from a career perspective, this could represent someone stealing your idea. Sharing is okay. Don't share your secret sauce. Okay? Do you have a colleague who constantly likes to steal credit? People who like to take your ideas and present it as their own? There's a way to use the robbery Shah. It's literally the first strategy in the 36 stratagems, and it's called block the heaven to cross the ocean. It's classic disinformation strategy. In basketball, they call it feint right and turn left. Okay? The goal here is to get you flying in your new role. And what awaits? National treasure. The opportunity to be recognized as a talent in your industry. Again, what are we positioning for? 2024, promotion stars available. Onwards to business owners. Doesn't matter if you own a large enterprise, SME, or solopreneur. 2022, changes happen. As I said earlier, as difficult as those changes may be, I hope it led to positive growth for you. Now that you have pivoted, what now? It's time to expand or enhance the reach of your product or service. Okay, the presence of the heavenly horse signifies the opportunity to reach a different market segment. Yes, very much like the snake, which also has the sky horse. This is not another pivot. This is a tweak. Example, if you are a wood day master, perhaps you can apply your current process or system to a different market. Okay, now we're going to engage the earth relief and monthly virtue to find new problems that your product or service can solve. What other type of consumers can use your product or service? And also, this is where the lesser consumer comes in, investing into marketing campaigns to reach that new market. If money has to be spent, if expenses have to be incurred, let's spend it in a way that brings us returns. The death charm, in your case as a business owner, is a reminder to keep an eye on your cash flow, to stay liquid so that you have the flexibility to respond to changing business environments. Now, for the business owners, the presence of the robbery Shah and red chamber seems to suggest that it would be better to do this alone instead of partnering up with people. But there's a way to use them individually. Okay? What's the fastest way to enter a new market? Robbery Shah. You model from the existing players in the market and you spot their gap. What about red chamber? You create a line of products or services that can be a one-off use or relationship. That means your business relationship with your clients, for now, is not long-term. Your lesser consumer marketing dollars then is spent to create a constant stream of new customers as opposed to returning customers. Make sense? I would note here that robbery Shah can also mean that the barriers of entry into your market has been lowered. You need to do something about it. So a good example of this would be online shopping. Get your product on a different platform, spend some money on the platform to promote and encourage trial. Look at how the existing players create their copy, model it, but tweak it to fit your product. Okay? How then to use the national treasure? Encourage testimonials and feedback. Offer a small discount for customer feedback, which you can then reuse in your marketing. Done. So what are we positioning for? Again, we are trying to own a market segment come 2024. See, suddenly, these stars don't look so bad after all, right? So there is one last caution that I must share with you. The presence of both the robbery Shah, all right, and the red chamber could indicate the possibility of scams. Depending on where the monkey is in your chart, it could be job scams or love scams, marketing scams. There's an old proverb that says, beware of Greeks bearing gifts. This refers to the story of the Trojan horse. So do be alert if something sounds too good to be true. Okay, so it seems like the monkey is all geared up for an adventure in 2023. Cool. Let's all keep one thing in mind. They can steal our ideas. They can't steal our execution or vision. Happy now? Okay, so let's talk about where this adventure is likely to happen, which means we need to know where the monkey falls in your chart. Okay, since there is a chance to reach a different market segment through the heavenly horse, business owners, I would certainly consider investing some money into content marketing if you have the monkey in your year. The year pillar can be our advertising pillar because this is the first contact between us and the world at large. This can be a different type of content calculated to appeal to different types of people. For career professionals, you could consider volunteering some of your time to do knowledge sharing, run workshops, or even do training within your own industry. Remember, national treasure is about becoming recognized as a talent. Alternatively, this can also mean that you may have the opportunity to meet and connect with talented high flyers if you take the opportunity to network and build relationships with them, people whom you can observe and perhaps even model after. And as always, watch out for the scammers. Okay? For business owners, if the monkey governs your month, you may notice an influx of competitors, maybe even copycat competitors. Now is the time to stay ahead of the game, identify new problems to solve, and invest some marketing budget into creating new demand for your product or service. Or you be proactive, as I described earlier, you make the first move into expanding the reach of your product or service. I won't elaborate any further because what I explained earlier in this video is very applicable if you have the monkey in your month. Career professionals, to use these positive stars, we will need to be proactive problem solvers. The recognition from the national treasure will go towards your problem solving skills. So be a part of the solution, don't be a part of the problem, please. Now, with the monkey in the day, for the singletons, be on the alert for love scams. I don't mean to spend the year not dating, don't get me wrong. Just be alert. When someone new in your life suddenly comes to you with sob stories that maybe end with requests for money, you might want to watch the Tinder Swindler. Okay, but otherwise, is there opportunity to meet new people? Yes, the red chamber is a star of likability. Use it to create more diversity in your personal circle. Go out, meet new people, have fun. But always make sure to protect yourself and stay safe, okay? If you want to use these stars for career growth, personal likability has increased. Allow yourself to voice out more often, contribute more solutions. And for those who are in permanent relationships, why not use the problem-solving stars to resolve ongoing issues? Don't let problems fester in the relationship. When things are not resolved, especially in a partnership, marriage, then there's always this niggling sense of dissatisfaction that can morph into suspicions. Okay, so also I want to stress your chart, your perspective. So since the monkey falls in your day pillar, perhaps there could be doubt and suspicions within your relationship. Either you could be suspicious of your spouse or your spouse is suspicious of you. Okay, either way, it needs to be resolved, all right? So now, monkey hour. If the monkey governs your hour, be aware of investment schemes and money games. For business owners, this could mean that someone on your staff has the capacity and potential to help you increase the reach. I'm talking about positive stars, yeah? You may want to consider investing into that person's training. The hour pillar can also govern our side gigs or side hustles. Let's use the robbery star here. You know, it's like, well, I can hear you asking, what? Robbery star? Yes, yes, yes. Let me ask you this. What's the one thing you can give away? What's the one thing you can give away or sell that never leaves you? Your knowledge. I could teach you Bazi, but I would still know Bazi, right? So why not create and market courses? Where? Heavenly Horse, online, right? So we take advantage of all these stars. And then, you know, there is the red chamber. Who cares? Students come and go. So if these suggestions sound very broad to you, I'm sorry, they have to be. I'm not seeing your full chart. I don't know what's going on in there, right? So therefore, the ideas have to be broad. And in execution, please, on your part, critical thinking is required. So in creating this series, the 2023 series, my intent is really to give you some inspiration on how to use these positive and negative stars, because they influence us. They don't control us. Remember that, right? Match our action to the effects, we get the benefits. And at the end of the day, that's what a Bazi reading is all about, to help you match your actions to the year's energy. So here's my offer to you, if you'd like. Let's review and brainstorm the year together, all right? So my contacts are in the description. Hit me up if you would like to have a conversation. With that, I want to say thank you for watching, and here's wishing you, yes, you with the monkey, 恭喜發財，萬事如意. May 2023 be a year where you experience even more growth and success.